Wow, what a day, man. I mean, the aftermath of Donald Sterling, this has been the most disappointing moment that I've experienced in all my years of watching the progression of things that happen in America pertaining to racism. And as a black man myself, as a person, how could you have such a poor response to what was said about you and your race of people? The Clippers decided that winning the championship was more than anything else to them. Doc Rivers even makes a response pertaining to the pressure that the offended is under to have a response. For black people, the pressure's always been that way. And either you decide you're going to stand up as a black person and defend yourself, or you're going to be bought and sold like Donald Sterling said you was. This is incredible. It even took Jeff Van Gundy to say, I understand winning the championship is an important thing for a professional athlete, but this and some other things take precedent over that without any doubt. To turn your shirts inside out in the response to what was said was the most weakest response for any black individual I've ever seen in America. Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell would not respond in that matter. Not at all. It would have been a definite response. Why do you want to play or win for a man who owns a team? Being banned for life is irrelevant to Donald Sterling. Being fined $2.5 million is irrelevant to Donald Sterling. As long as he owns the team, he owns you. That makes you a slave. What they should have did was decided to not play in the playoffs. Forfeit the series. Forfeit your contract. Become a free agent. Because until then, it's a joke. It's a joke. You had to wait for the commissioner to do your bidding. It doesn't make any sense, man. I'm disappointed for a group of individuals who claim to be role models, and even those who don't. You are, even if you don't want to, you are. To little black kids who want to be like you. It makes no sense for you to sit back and take it like you did. What did he have to do? Did he have to physically go in your house and take captive of your family for you to respond in kind? What did he have to do? 10 years ago, Rasheed Wallace made a statement that the owners ain't nothing but slave masters. And it's so true. You know, everybody's applauding the commissioner for the penalty that he subjected Donald Sterling to. Total meaningless. Meaningless. Because what else he was going to do? Anything other than what he did would have been a subtraction for the league. He had no choice in the matter. He didn't make a stand because he wanted to. And even if he did, he had no choice in the matter. The only person or persons who should have made a stand were the players of the LA Clippers. If you black and you play for the LA Clippers, you make a stand. It's amazing how you can go on strike for almost a year over the collective bargaining agreement, but a man can call you a nigger, a slave, somebody he don't even want to be around for more than 5 minutes, and you decide, you know what, let's play despite him. Let's play for our championship, regardless of what he thinks of us. That's not how you defend yourself. That's not how you stand up as a black man. After all the people and slaves that have died for you the right to run around and play a little kid's game and make $1 million, that's how you respond? It is ridiculous. Martin Luther King is turned over in his grave behind this weak response as a man. You supposed to be a leader. Chris Paul's a fool. Blake Griffin, another fool. And Doc Rivers, the biggest fool of all, who came out and said, I don't understand the pressure that's put upon the offended. Who else is going to defend yourself? Who else is going to make a response other than the person who was offended? It makes no sense. I'm disappointed, man. This is incredible. This is incredible. When Rodney King took a beat down in the middle of a deserted highway, all of LA sacrificed their personal beings and their life in protest. All you had to do was stay home and watch television for the remainder of the playoffs, and you could have made the biggest response. That's the pressure that the NBA needs. Donald Sterling, $2.5 million. He's laughing at that. Not being able to come to the games, he's laughing at that. He's laughing, and he's going to keep laughing as long as this goes on. And meanwhile, the Clippers are still going to be the Clippers. Still slaves playing for the slave master. It makes no sense, man. I love you, Rasheed Wallace. If you even have the balls to call them slave masters, call them for what they really are. And now the Clippers anointed themselves as slaves. The dollar bill, man. The dollar. Your pride, your race means nothing. As long as that dollar comes in, you're okay with being a person. You shouldn't even consider yourselves black anymore. You're irrelevant. Just like Donald Sterling. The LA Clippers, the players of the LA Clippers are a complete joke. And I hope somebody sees this because, wow, man. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. I don't have to be politically correct. I'm not Magic Johnson. I'm not the commissioner. I'm not Doc Rivers. As black men, as leaders of our black race, all the LA Clippers have failed. You failed MLK, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, and any other black person that died that give you the right to run around and make $1 million for playing a little kid's game. It makes no sense. The Clippers and all the players of the Clippers are the disgrace to a black race. We should disown them the way they disowned it. Donald Sterling. I'm really trying to, you know, I'm trying to squelch my emotion. You know, I could be totally belligerent, but you know, I just want to get a message out, man. This, you know, it was an easy opportunity to make a statement, a very easy opportunity. No one would have saw you to be wrong by making a stance bigger than that. It was embarrassing to hear Jeff Van Gundy say that. Some things are bigger than an NBA championship. He laughed at the response the Clippers gave to what Donald Sterling said. He laughed at it, and so did everybody else. Black people cried about it. Everybody else laughed at it. It was a joke. Sterling laughed at it. Like, okay, you're going to turn your shirts inside out? Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. I own you. That's all it proved. How much I really own you.